What's going on, Scorpio? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an amazing month so far. It's that time of the month there, Scorpio. But before we get into that, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just epic, Scorpio. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. And let me tell you why, Scorpio, because it is Celestial News Monthly. Isn't that amazing, Scorpio? I figured out how to make fireworks happen because that's exactly the kind of intro that Celestial News Monthly needs. This is what I've been looking for. Just when I discovered that, Scorpio, I did it by accident with that fireworks thing, and it's just really changed the game up for me. But with this, enough of that. With this monthly spread, whenever the sun moves into a new sign, we're going to talk about where the planets are at and how we can work with the energies. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said there, Scorpio, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling pumped. Just great energy all around here, Scorpio. Now, Scorpio, I have Zodiac Oracle cards with the signs that the sun and the planets are in. I'm going to pull an Oracle card from this deck for each one of them, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, Scorpio, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some others, other readers that I like watching. There's Scorpio, very intuitive group. One of them's actually a Scorpio, so definitely check them out. But also there's a link for an astrologer and a few astrology apps that I like work with as well. I'm thinking about adding another one there, but I'm still kind of playing around if I'm gonna like fully invest in that one or not. So, but definitely check that out there, Scorpio. That description box is just full of information for you. But before we jump into your first card here, let's talk about this big birthday shindig that Capstone in their sign, because they're going big this for their birthday season. You got the sun that's entering Capricorn. Mercury's in Capricorn, but it's going to be doing their retrograde dance, so it's going to be, Mercury's going to be all over the place. Then you have one of your ruler, well, actually both your rulers. You got your ruler Mars that's going to be entering Capricorn, and Pluto is still hanging out in Capricorn as well. This is the last season that Pluto's going to be in Capricorn before he officially settles into Aquarius, so that's something to look forward to there, Scorpio. But Mercury I'm going to talk about on the next one because because they're doing their retrograde dance. But let's talk about the sun first, because the sun is going to be entering Capricorn on the 21st of December, and that'll be about 10:27 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll be there through the 20th of January there, Scorpio. And with this energy, this is really great for setting and achieving long-term goals. This is very Ten of Pentacles type of energy there. And you may feel a strong drive to excel in professional endeavors and have a heightened sense of responsibility and a willingness to take up leadership roles there, Scorpio. This is a very hard-working place. Anytime any planet or luminary is entering into Capricorn, it takes on that really hard-working energy, that an ambitious energy that Capricorn brings. They're the achievers of the Zodiac, and they're all about that prestige and that structure, that perseverance. So this is, I feel like, a great energy for you to any sort of long-term goals that you're trying to get accomplished as Scorpio. Set them with intention, because you will get them accomplished with Capricorn. But because Capricorn can be such a hard-working sign, we want to make sure that we're finding a balance between work and our personal lives as well. We want to work smart and play smart there, Scorpio. Because what's the point of sowing all these seeds if you can't reap the rewards of your harvest there? And then your ruler. Mars is going to be entering into Capricorn on the 4th of January, and Mars. This is a really cool place for Mars because after you and Aries, Mars is exalted in Capricorn, so he feels very comfortable in Capricorn energy, and with this, you may find yourself more adept at managing your schedules, prioritizing tasks, and really maximizing productivity. So, really, just a getting stuff done there, Scorpio. And there may be a heightened drive to excel in one's career as well. So, maybe you're thinking about changing careers altogether. Maybe starting up your business, or maybe we're thinking about climbing up that corporate ladder, that social ladder, whatever that's looking like there. Just going from maybe just employee, now we're working for supervisor, maybe supervisor to management, or management to CEO. Look at you, Scorpio. I'm dumb. Way to don't forget about me. But yeah, very good for that. As far as like setting goals for accomplishments and things, and this can also be a very rewarding time for diligently pursuing our goals. So again, really kind of once you set those plans into motion, really sticking with that, and I feel like that's really a bonus with your energy as well, because I feel like Scorpio energy is a very tenacious sign, one that does, in a very resilient one as well, and really I feel like you all really embrace the changes, and then have the power that is needed in order to get what you want to manifest. So utilize this powerful energy, considering that both your rulers are in Capricorn for this little bit. And then you got Pluto. Pluto's been hanging out in Cap for a minute, and now he's getting towards the tail end of his time in Capricorn. And now when the outer planets move Jupiter on down, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune and Pluto, we do feel this on an individual level, but I feel like that's more when they're forming aspects with your placement. Not Saturn. Well, no, Saturn too, but but Pluto is actually forming he's doing like a trine with my moon, and he's, what else is he doing? He's opposing my Chiron. He's doing a lot. It's fine. But this really does affect us on a more kind of global scale, Scorpio. And, over this time with Pluto and Capricorn, the energy has been more geared towards ambitions, resourcefulness, and determined to achieve goals, and really lends a shift in like global economies, exposing weaknesses in existing financial structures. And it's really just been really kind of an economic evaluation here. And I even have been feeling here as of late. There's been this almost like unrest that's happening here with I feel like part of it is kind of with Pluto and Capricorn, the discussions that I'm noticing that I've been kind of having here lately. I feel like that we're getting ready. There's a big change that Pluto's getting ready to bring from this transition from Capricorn into Aquarius over this next season. So yeah, get ready for that there, Scorpio. And the lovely part about this energy, too, is that depending on where your Scorpio placements are at, this is going to be forming a sextile with your sign. And now, sextiles can create opportunities, but it's a very passive type of energy. And it's one that you have to put in that initiative. Either either we take advantage of this thing or we don't. But I find I want to say I was reading something where with these opportunities, it could either be something that you start, or that an opportunity that the universe kind of just drops for you to take advantage of. And I want to say if it's between like negative energies, as far as like and negative in as far as like not like the lowering the vibration, but between like water and earth, this is something like you creating an opportunity there, Scorpio. So take advantage of this. You're in this time to, I feel like, just manifest your Ten of Pentacles there. So something to think about there. And let's get into your first card here, Scorpio, because this is an interesting energy. You have the Balanced Emotions card here. And I feel that is one thing for all of us. I feel like it is important to keep, try to not control our emotions, but learn to work with them, to be inquisitive and understand why we are feeling a certain way and get down to the source of that. But I do feel that specifically for water signs, that balanced emotions are very important. Not letting being mindful of getting in that sort of reactive type of energies there, because I feel, especially with how intensely that you can feel emotions there, Scorpio. I feel when you get caught in that spiral, if you happen to, a particular emotion happens to drag you down to the depths, it can be hard to come back from that. So like, not that you can't, but it takes a lot of work to come back up out of that ocean there, Scorpio. And so I feel like this is going to be one where you may find yourself kind of challenged here. I feel like maybe with this Capricorn season, and there's going to need to be this metal that is needed to persevere through whatever challenges that you do come to face. And if you do find yourself getting like a little emotionally out of whack there, taking a moment and pull back, allowing to sit with yourself, do some meditation, maybe get by some water, get in some nature, listen to some things that can help kind of soothe those maybe sort of exacerbated type of emotions. And again, and it's not that we're ignoring those things either, because that's a tricky thing with Capricorn energy, is that they have this, them and Aquarius have this, being Saturn ruled, I feel they have this way of kind of pushing emotions aside to get things done. But if you kind of just keep sweeping that stuff under the rug, it just accumulates and accumulates and it festers, and then it becomes this insurmountable beast, or at least it can feel like that. So I feel like keeping this, keeping that balanced energy is going to be very important for you. But let's go ahead and get into the tarot here and get some cards on this. Oh, look at you working hard here with this, Eight of Pentacles popping up here. Let me see what's going on. And the Eight of Swords. Fascinating. Now let's see what's going on here, Scorpio. Oh, look at you coming through here with Cap. All right, I'm with it. So you have the Devil, Capricorn. Strong start there, Scorpio. The Fool, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and then the Ten of Swords here, Scorpio. And where are we starting? Let's start with the Devil, because I feel this is something that, Scorpio, I feel there are going to be some things that we want to pay attention to, as far as like different things that tend to lower our vibrations, in a sense, because the Devil can deal with that sort of toxicity, that sort of lower vibrational type of energies, things that we give a lot of our power to, that prevent us from putting in the work, or working towards our highest vibration, with the Eight of Pentacles here, and starting up new opportunities with the Fool. And I feel that I even feel like with this Fool here, there may even be this challenges of starting up new types of things. For some, with the Eight of Swords, this might be like we might be kind of caught in our head. There may be some sort of negative, like a negative loop is what I'm getting with the Eight of Swords, that may be kind of keeping us stuck in this sense. Or there may even be some energies here with like the Ten of Swords, where, because the Ten of Swords can be this card of betrayal, can be this card of like rock bottom, and not that things are just going to go belly up there, Scorpio. But I do feel like you are going to be potentially, there's going to be this energy of needing to, it feels like that there's a certain, like either a certain way of thinking is going to end, that may be keeping us in this stuck type of space, or just kind of this with the Eight of Pentacles, just working on where our thoughts are at, because the Eight and Ten of Swords are very, very intense cards. And just paying attention to things that really keep you down in the rut, and keep you from, just really enjoying what life has to bring you. This Fool is giving me this like seize the day type of energy. But let me get a little bit more with this Ten of Swords here, Scorpio, because I feel like this is what happens when when your emotions are balanced, we tend to sink to that bottom there, and it's like we've given this control into something, and then the devil can lead to this energy of escapism and different vices, and just in order to maybe soothe some of these things, and then we get into this routine, and then it just becomes this really kind of murky mess is what I'm feeling here. But let me get a little bit more with this Ten of Swords here before we move on there, Scorpio. Wowza. And more fascinating. Alright, Scorpio. And this is what we want to be mindful of, because the Ten of Swords is clarified by the Tower. And there's been a little bit of Tower kind of sneaking through, kind of sprinkled throughout these readings here so far. And I feel with this Tower that if we're building our foundation on whatever this negativity is, that it's just going to, things are just going to stay in that, I don't know, it feels like that it's just going to be a lot of just harder energies ahead for you. But you know, the devil is not just meant to be just a negative card. It's this, it's getting eyes on these things that keep us in that low vibration, that keep us down, keep us feeling like we can't achieve anything, and keep us kind of pent up here. And in persevering through that and putting in that work in order to grow from that. And they're going to be, the devil has a weird way of testing us. It's you know, what you gonna do with Capricorn? But again, the devil isn't meant there to keep you down. The devil's there to remind you that you have more power than you know, and that you can, that a lot of it comes from the mind, and that if, you know, if we put ourselves in that space, and then let's like, I feel like once we get our mind on that track of that, this thing doesn't have power over you, whatever this vice or maybe way of thinking may be, then we start to get our actions start changing a little bit. Then this Tower is one, and I feel like it's like this epiphany here, Scorpio, that is like maybe we've been, I'm even getting this fear here with the Fool of like, of the future in the sense, because this is Uranus energy and it deals with that future. And Uranus, but Uranus also, as I'm saying, that deals with freedom as well there, Scorpio. And I feel there is this sense of freedom once we really start tackling whatever it is, this challenge is, this devil moment or this devil energy that might be kind of coming in through here for this this season in Capricorn. And the Ten of Swords too, you know, the nice thing about this is like there's usually like a sun that's rising on the horizon in this card, and it can be heralding the end of delusions, realizing that we've been stuck in a space for so long, and now this Tower's at epiphany that, oh, I can change this thing. I don't have to just stay in this rock bottom or stay trapped in this self-imposed prison that you may have built for yourself. And this might even be too, maybe there's something where we feel like maybe there's someone maybe forcing something on you. This could be maybe like even like a something that I feel like is like in your everyday thing. Maybe this is, because this is a very this could be about maybe like your work environment, possibly, whatever this is looking like there, Scorpio. But I feel like it's like paying attention where you put your energies into, and if you're not raising your vibration, changing that up, because otherwise I feel like we're just kind of spinning our gears here with the Eight of Pentacles and not really getting anywhere, and just kind of digging ourselves into a deeper type of hole there, but and just throwing our emotions all out of whack there. So, but I think I'm gonna leave that there, Scorpio. A little something to ponder. Fascinating. Alright, Scorpio, let's get some tea and let's talk about Sag. Because you have Mercury's going to be retrograding in Sagittarius, and then you have Venus that is going to be entering Sag as well. Now let's talk about Mercury. Because Mercury's, when you're watching this, Mercury is in Capricorn right now. They're going to be going retrograde tomorrow, the 13th of December. And will retrograde back into Sagittarius on the 23rd of December. And with Mercury retrogrades, they can bring about retrogrades aren't meant to be feared. And I know Mercury retrogrades can be like, everyone seems to like, it's like, oh no, retrogrades. But it's really is just like an energy to just kind of reevaluate how we're working with the energies, a time to slow down and reflect. And with Mercury retrograde, the trickiness there is that there may be some miscommunications and misunderstandings that may arise there. And I feel with that communication aspect, especially when it's happening in Sagittarius, we do want to be mindful of how we're communicating there, Scorpio, because Sagittarius can be a very honest sign, very blunt sign. So we just want to be careful about that as far as like ruffling any, creating any rifts or burning any bridges unnecessarily there. But also there is a potential for we want to double check like travel plans and be prepared for any type of potential delays or anything like that, because Mercury does deal with travel, like kind of short-term travel. Being in Sagittarius deals with that kind of long-term travel. So yeah, there might be some delays and things as far as that goes, and that technology can be a little wonky as well. And just checking the messages before we send out things. Some mail might be even slowed down. Yeah, the little trickster that Mercury is. It can bring just a little challenges there for you, but one thing specifically with the Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius is that there may even be like a stronger inclination to reflect on beliefs and kind of asking ourselves those bigger questions in life, as far as like what is my purpose here? Where am I trying to go? What changes do I want to do? What new opportunities am I trying to experience? What does the future hold for me? Just really kind of those expansive type of thoughts there. So but yeah, this retrograde is going to be going on from the 23rd of December until the 1st of January. So that'll be nice. We kind of we'll end up this last retrograde here, this last retrograde of the season, and then kind of kickstart with this fresher type of energy with Mercury. And granted, we'll have a little bit of a shadow period before, you know, be, with that, but things should return to normal there. And then with Mercury, once Mercury will enter back into Capricorn on the 13th of January. And Mercury in Capricorn, I like this energy because it's like our thoughts are geared towards the future. And really, I feel like we can kind of organize our thoughts and really get things cooking and get us to this place of achievement and accomplishment that we want to get at there, Scorpio. And then you have the Empress Venus that's going to be entering Sagittarius on the 29th of December. And with this energy, there may be a desire to bring just more excitement and new experiences into all of our relationships, whether this be romantic, familial, friends, maybe even amongst your coworkers, or maybe planning like a company trip, whatever that's looking like there, Scorpio. But Sagittarius is one that does like to experience new and to learn things, because then like that's what keeps them inspired, the promise of something new, that full energy. And so work with that. And you may also notice too that this can influence how you approach your love and relationships, kind of fostering a sense of hope and possibility. Let's say maybe we had a certain falling out here with the Ten of Swords, and maybe we had like this an argument, and maybe we want to build these bridges back up. It can open up possibilities for repairs and relationships. But this also is favorable for relationships that involve travel. So if we need to do any sort of networking, or maybe just even just paying attention to you, or paying attention to the people that you meet on your if you happen to be traveling or whatever that's looking like. Very great networking, I feel like, energy as well there, Scorpio. But let's go ahead and get your next oracle card here and see what energies are coming through. Nice, Scorpio, I'm with it. All right, so you have the confidence card here, Scorpio. And I feel with this confidence card being here that this is one where I feel like with this changes, and even with this Fool, because it's like I feel like we're wanting to have like a fresh start here. It's like things have maybe been, it just feels like that maybe we've been kind of working at something, or trying to get some things into play here with the Eight of Pentacles, get ourselves out of this rut maybe that's even happening with this this Eight of Swords. And I don't know, approaching these, whatever this tower is in this full energy here, with some, with that confidence, with that promise that there is going to be growth here, because that's what this devil is giving me. Sure, that, like I was saying, there is that chance of that sort of low vibratory energy coming through, but this really does feel like the embodying that Capricorn energy, and confidence in being confident in the change that you can bring about these changes and begin these new experience here and become this brand new you. Because I feel like Scorpio is the one that in times of crisis, really, that's when like Scorpio energy really kind of rises up there and really kind of shows the world what they got, as far as like this, that sense of that transformative energy that you bring. But I even feel like this can be one just of like working on like raising up your self-esteem, and just being confident that you will, even if we do find ourselves in a low place, that things are going to get better. That, look at this bee, that you can raise your vibrations. Look at all bees are doing, just buzzing. And so I even feel too there, Scorpio, when we're talking about that kind of low vibration with the devil, if you notice that we're around some either some people possibly, or maybe some things that we're happen to be listening to, whatever might be affecting this self-esteem or this confidence, it's even thinking, consider about putting some boundaries, or establishing some sort of space in between these sources there to kind of help you move this stuff along. Because even though we may be working towards our goals here with the Eight of Pentacles, when we're surrounded by those low vibrations, it's not that you won't achieve your goals, but I feel like it just slows down the process a little bit. But let's get some tarot on this and get some more energy on that. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's... Love it, Scorpio. I don't know if I said that, but definitely. Oh, and Big Papa. So you have the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Strength card here, Scorpio, and then the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy. And I like that you got this Strength card here with this confidence, Scorpio, because that's like just like doubling down energy. This is this energy of you having the confidence that you have the strength to get through whatever challenges that may come your way during this Capricorn season and beyond there, Scorpio. And I feel like you're with the Four of Pentacles, is like we're tapping into this sort of these inner reserves in a sense, and coming into, I know, just like learning a whole new side of ourselves here, and like really seeing ourselves in like a different type of light there, expansion, growth there with Jupiter popping up. And I feel that if we've been with the Wheel of Fortune, if we have found that maybe destiny has been maybe challenging us, or if it feels like that we've been kind of challenged by fate, or that the wheel isn't turning in the direction that we want, the Nine of Cups, I feel like, invites you to just analyze your vibration. Where's your, how are we feeling? Where what's causing this disruption? Is it the work that you're doing? Is it some sort of mental thing that's going on there? Is like some sort of self-deprecating energy? Is there something that's draining you? Because the Nine of Cups is like this, it's that making a wish, and then it's being in that vibration and embracing that, and whatever that's looking like. And I feel like for some, in order to do that, there may be some moves that we need to make that may be uncertain here. I feel like with the Fool, that we're kind of jumping into the unknown and kind of like trusting the universe with the Wheel of Fortune. But I feel like that's the purpose of this goal, or this journey, to kind of push ourselves and see what we're made of, in a sense, to seize and to aim for something really just bigger than ourselves, and really kind of, it's like it's like you, I don't know, it's like you coming into this new state of abundance and really kind of seeing, I feel like, things from just a broader perspective here, because I feel like, Jupiter brings about that kind of open mind. I love that Jupiter popped up while we're talking about Sagittarius, since that they rule over Sag. But yeah, this is very interesting, Scorpio. But I think I'm gonna leave. I think I'm gonna leave that there. I like that. Strength card, Wheel of Fortune, fantastic. All right, Scorpio. Let's get some tea, and then let's talk about potentially a little tougher energies for you. Because speaking of Big Papa, Jupiter is and this might be something too. Even now that I'm getting ready to say that, and I feel like we're all going to really kind of feel that relief as well, because you got Jupiter that's finally going to be going direct towards the end of the calendar year on the 30th of December, and then you got Uranus that's still, and I love that you got both Uranus and Jupiter here, so I feel like but with this energy there, Scorpio. Let's start with Jupiter, because yeah, Big Papa's going to go direct on the 30th, and then we'll be in Taurus until the 25th of May 2024. And with this really encourages a steady and measured, approach to achieving goals. Jupiter is a very abundant energy, but Taurus kind of slows things down a little bit and allows, because Taurus likes that security, and it's about how do we stretch that abundance out long term. And this can really bring about opportunities for financial growth, increases in material well-being, and really great for investing, savings, and even like long-term planning there. And I love that you with savings here, how you got the Four of Pentacles as well. That can be a card of savings. And so yeah, hopefully I feel with this, with once Jupiter goes direct, that really does help take some of that weight off of the energies. They don't quite feel as heavy, and that the but also Uranus is going to be retrograde until the 27th of January. And with this energy, Scorpio, this encourages you to revisit and potentially revise any sort of core beliefs and attitudes towards like wealth, possessions, and all things, those Taurian energies that they deal with possessions and what you truly value. Because I feel like once we read, and that's what it kind of felt like with this Eight of Pentacles there. It's like we're kind of changing up how we're working a little bit, and in that there's going to build this newer sense of security for you, because and that's all that Uranus wants for us, especially with being in Taurus, as Uranus being a sign of freedom, wants us to have that financial freedom, to not have to feel that we're to be concerned that we don't have that security, that we're free to do what we need to while knowing we have that cushion there. So, and it's Uranus is about thinking towards the future. So I dig that, Scorpio. But the trickiness with this energy is that depending on where your placements are at, this Scorpio placements, this is forming an opposition with your sign. And oppositions, usually it's like either someone or something is forcing you to make a decision. And there's that polarity that comes there, because you got your, because because Taurus is your opposite sign. Trying to integrate those two energies can bring some dissonance, but if you can find a way to incorporate those energies together, man, Wheel of Fortune, absolutely abundance all day there, Scorpio. And considering too, like with, and Uranus is pretty far along, so you'll need to know your time. But then for Jupiter as well, but Jupiter's still, I want to say he's going to be retrograding up until like the 5th or the 4th degree, something like that, before he gets back a moving. So he's still pretty early on in the in Taurus, but in which I'm saying that because Jupiter is with this, even though this is a harder aspect, Jupiter is a benefic planet, so that's a bonus. Kind of makes the energies easier, even though Uranus happens to be a malefic planet. But let me go ahead and get an oracle on this and see what's going on there. There like this, Scorpio. The energy's building here because you have the growth of energy. And look at you, Scorpio, getting ready to hatch, you mighty phoenix. And that's why I feel like this energy is leading you. It's like this thing has been one big kind of build up here, Scorpio. It's like we're getting our emotions in balance. We're finding this confidence. And now it's like we're in this sort of like incubation stage, where it's like now we're really kind of growing and really kind of nurturing your abilities, and really coming, I feel like really just coming into a new kind of stronger you know, coming and tapping into like a new type of strength there, with that confidence coupled with that strength card there. And I feel that there is this energy though, with the growth of energy. It's like this patience that is needed, you know, to make sure that we're putting in putting in the appropriate amount of time in order not to rush this growth as well, or to force a situation to happen. You just intuitively know how to work on to work on yourself in a sense, and to manage whatever this growth is. Because if even in getting a little bit of anxiety that might be coming with this growth of energy, is not quite sure we know something needs to happen here with the tower, but it's just like not sure where to direct that. And this incubation state gives you a chance to meditate on that, and to figure out what wish, Nine of Cups, that you want to manifest. But let's get some tarot on this. Absolutely. Let's talk about some big energy there. Ace of Wands. Let's see what's going on here. Interesting. Okay, so you... Oh, no, we got a runaway here. Come back, star. Yeah, I like that too, how you got the star after the tower. So you have the Ace of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and... Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, that's it, Scorpio. I thought you had another one there. Nope. Alright. So, Scorpio, with this energy here, I do feel with this, while we're in this growth type of energy here, the star card can be this card of healing, in a sense, kind of processing what's going down after this tower moment, or even whatever this devil energy that we might be kind of dealing with. And again, I was talking about that Nine of Cups being a card of a wish here, you know, the star card, I feel this is really asking yourself where you have this big energy here, this Ace of Wands go. You have this big energy that's kind of building up here with that Ace of Wands that's growing in these shells here. And I feel like it's like, what do you wish? You know, what kind of potential are you trying to unlock here with the star card? But the star card can also be this card of hope as well, because with the Five of Pentacles being here, it feels like that there has been, maybe for some, we feel like something has been maybe taken from us, or maybe that we don't have the resources that we need, or just feel like that we're never quite, things like it's never quite enough is what I'm getting with this Five of Pentacles here. And I feel the Six of Pentacles is really being intentional with where you're directing your energies, to finding a more balanced approach, or something to how we're doing this journey here, Scorpio. And I feel too that if you are uncertain with where you're wanting to go, the star card can be a card of unexpected help as well, and maybe even like kind of talking with these, maybe these doubts and fears and things along those lines, or what anxieties that we may be experiencing, and that can maybe even help kind of incite some new inspiration with this, with the Ace of Wands being here. But I do feel with the Six of Pentacles that this is a time to get out of that state of lack and to start investing them towards, and maybe operating from this fear or this this it's a different type of place that we're, and it's operating from a higher vibration and putting in that time towards, again, like unlocking your potential, because that's a big thing with the star card as well. And I dig that how you're kind of going in here, going in order here with the devil, because that's the 15th card, 16th is tower, 17th is the star. It's like we're understanding where we're giving our power, we're working on that change, and then we're growing from this thing. So, oh, wait a minute, you did have another card. Where did she go? Or maybe I grabbed her. Because I could have swore you had the High Priestess lurking around here too. How fascinating. I thought I saw her here. Maybe not, Scorpio. But I think I'm gonna leave that there. Oh, there she is. I thought that she was there. Okay. And you got the High Priestess there, Scorpio, because it's like I know I saw her. I just wasn't sure where she went. But with the High Priestess as well, Scorpio, I feel like we may not know at the moment where this growth is going here, but I feel with the High Priestess, it's just like, it's to just kind of get into this meditative state, to just kind of sit with these energies and not rush this thing. It's like intuitively you're going to know when to take action and when to take a moment and just sort of like focus your energies elsewhere, in a sense, with her being there. And the High Priestess is the moon, and the moon is about that, deals with that kind of like, the moon's always waxing and waning, and she's all about cycles. And I feel that this is respecting the cycles that happen there, that waxing energy, that when things are growing, and then that waning when things are reflective. So, okay. Yeah, because I was like, that was going to bug me there, Scorpio. I feel like I know I saw because my sun signs in Cancer, and that's like I sensed my ruler. But, all right, enough of lunar shenanigans there, Scorpio. Let's move on from that. All right, Scorpio, let's talk about this last energy here, which is Pisces. Because you got Saturn that's in Pisces, and then you have Neptune that's going to be in Pisces they're both going to be there for a couple more years. But Saturn's going to be in Pisces until the 25th of May, 2025. And with this energy there, Scorpio, this is, I feel like, a really cool placement for Saturn to be, because this really encourages us to imply that intuitive energy, that High Priestess energy, into more practical applications and making them more useful, really tuning in and understanding how intuition translates on this. And Scorpio, you are a very, very powerful intuitive. And I feel the more that you get in touch with that energy, the more that you foster, like nurture that growth. Get out of here. I mean, it's gonna be opening portals. I mean, it's gonna be amazing there, Scorpio. But this also too supports a more kind of structured approach to spiritual practices and inner growth. So maybe making a little more time for meditation, or maybe you're doing some crystal work possibly, or learning some Reiki, or even however this may be looking. Maybe you're thinking about doing looking into like the Akashic record, like however you plan on, whatever kind of occult type of things come your way, Scorpio, because you being associated with the 8th house because that's your house, Scorpio. That deals with the occult, the unseen, the mysterious, the taboo, and so I feel you really can unlock lot of inner a lot of growth that can lead to this really just powerful transformation. You really coming into your strength there. And then you got Neptune that's hanging on Pisces a little bit longer, and she'll be there to the 30th of March 2025. And with this energy, Scorpio, there's a greater sensitivity to the spiritual and metaphysical realms. Because I feel you are. So, I kind of feel that something you are a very nice blend of. Because when I think of Pisces, they are really tuned into the divine, being ruled by Neptune and by Jupiter. They do have a strong bond with that other world, and I feel like you have a nice blend between like Cancer and Pisces energy. It's like there's this. I'm not quite sure how to put that. It's interesting how each of the water signs operate, but that sensitivity there is not something that I feel like is not meant to be looked at as a weakness, but looked at as a strength. I feel like a lot of the times we get labeled as just like overly emotional or things along those lines. But it's just we're really sensitive to the energies that are around us, and we may even be picking up other people's, the ones who may be calling us sensitive. So, but that's neither here nor there, Scorpio. But this also is conducive to various forms of creative endeavors as well. So maybe getting into some art, possibly maybe express yourself through dance or through music or through painting, through sculpting, through writing, poetry. It's those type of energies really help us get into that intuitive space and really connect with source on a really deep type of level there, Scorpio. So just a little something to think about. And the nice thing about this placement too, depending on where your placements are at, this is going to be forming a trine with your sign. And now trines are very interesting because it's very fast moving energy, and it's one that it removes obstacles and things. It's just like it can, but trines can go either way. It can be a lucky energy, but I feel like it's how we interpret that. I'll give an example. I had a and I'm still having. I'm having. Pluto's been your ruler. Pluto has been doing some. Is forming a trine with my moon sign, and when he first hit his like that exact point, I had I don't want to call it an incident, but I had something happen that in hindsight it unlocks something really great, but what it cost to get there could have gone a lot better. But yeah, trines are kind of they're interesting energies. It's just things happen really fast, and that's how it kind of felt. Like it just like one moment things were fine, and then they weren't, and then it's just like I didn't even understand what happened at that. Wow, I understood it right as I was in the heat of it, but by then things have been said. So yeah, this just be mindful with that trines, and considering too that because Pluto being a malefic planet, even though trines can be that, it just depends. Neptune's more of for me, is kind of more of a neutral planet. It can go either way, but Saturn is a bit of a malefic planet as well, so that can lead to some harsh stuff. And Saturn's just like, he's still at the very beginning. He actually just formed a square with my moon sign. There's a lot of energy is going on with my moon sign right now. But let's get this last oracle card here. You come here about my chart. Let's go ahead and get into this last oracle card here and see what's going on. Oh, Scorpio, I love it. Because look at you. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You powerful, intuitive. You got the magical power here. And, I do feel that Scorpio energy is something mysterious. and I love hearing about how it translates in others, because you do, like, you can't hide anything from Scorpio, and I just don't mean in like a lying sense. I feel like you bring the hidden to light there, Scorpion. I feel like that if you do this introspective work, you can really pull out this egg here that's trying to hatch. You know, you nurture these energies, really kind of come to understand your abilities, that this can really bring this. I'm getting like your ruler, in the sense in this deck, the Judgment card, this rebirth that can happen, that can happen. And I'm just thinking with dragonflies, how they can move. They're acrobats in the sky. And I feel like that, I'm saying that because I feel like this can go either way. You know, it's just like how we're directing this energy is going to determine how this growth is going to happen, and how your abilities manifest there. And like how the High Priestess was hiding. Moon. Luna. How the moon was hiding from you. That's what I feel like. It's like going on that adventure, like kind of being that dragonfly and chasing after this intuitive understanding there, this mysterious side of you, Scorpio, bringing that power to the surface, and just like, man, just flourishing like wild. But let's get to the last tarot cards on this and see what's going on with that. Yeah, that's a cool little ending there, Scorpio. And look at you, powerful manifestor, Queen of Pentacles. Love that. For me, more Capricorn energy. Oh, thank you. All right, last little bit here, Scorpio. Oh, interesting. These two have been going around a little bit too. This actually happened in Aries reading as well there, Scorpio, because you have both the King and Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. How fascinating. How fascinating, Scorpio. The Three of Wands and then the Chariot card here. Oh, that's almost eerie. Let's switch back over. That's because, Scorpio, there were the High Priestess, and I wish I would have showed you that earlier. The High Priestess and the Three of Wands, when I went to look to see, because that's like when I was looking for, I was like, first when I pulled it up, the Three of Wands had gotten flipped upright too in this deck, and I was like, oh, that doesn't feel like the energy that's needing to come out there. But then now here's the Three of Wands there, Scorpio, and that's so, and that's what I mean. And like it's mysterious. I feel like what's happening to you, and I feel like it's removing that mystery and making it happen more intentionally, making it like, and not being demystified by it. You know, still there's still that wonder that's happening, but there's this understanding that's coming through here with the Knight of Swords, and I feel that things will start moving a lot faster as we start to learn about this journey here. I feel like this growth is going to depend on where you channel your energy into, like how we're talking with that Six of Pentacles, where you're channeling that energy. And because with the King and Queen of Pentacles, this is a very, very sturdy, very stable couple here, and very abundant as well. And they really are expert manifestors, as far as, like, you know, earth energy is one that they can manifest in this realm. I was actually just talking with a Virgo about this not too long ago, and how quick that they can work in this realm is really wild. And that's why I feel like this Chariot, it's just like paying attention to what kind of speed bumps are kind of coming along your way. What may be potentially slowing this Chariot down. That may be because you have, I feel like the Queen of Pentacles, she's a very resourceful queen. You know, I feel like you, with that Five of Pentacles, how we may be operating from that sense of lack. You have the abilities and tools to grow whatever it is that you want, but I feel like it's this learning about this energy, and then we can come into the state of confidence here. And then this King of Pentacles, where we're, I don't know, we're just like, yeah, we're yeah, it's very, very fascinating here, Scorpio. Let me get a little bit more with the King of Pentacles before I close out this finish up this reading here. And I feel too, like while I'm getting the energy for that, with the Chariot, I feel like there's this energy of, you know, that movement is going into the unknown, you know, not knowing exactly where this course is taking you as far as, like, you know, what these gifts and abilities that you do have, Scorpio, but know that they are going to lead you to that sense of victory, because the Chariot is a card of, you know, of getting to that finish line there. Thank you. All right, so the Three of Pentacles here, Scorpio, is clarified by the Three of Swords. And I feel in order to get to that stable foundation that that the King of Pentacles brings, there's some healing work that's going to need to be done here with the Three of Swords, and how you have that Ten of Swords as well. Yeah, there's something here that we may need to process, some sort of things that we may be kind of pushing down, that's needing to be brought into light there. And then this Queen of Pentacles is giving me even like this, like finding different resources as far as like learning how to cope with these things, to balance out these emotions, to gain this confidence, grow this energy, and then exude this power that you have there, Scorpio. So I'm with it. I'm with that 100%. That's a very expansive type of energy there. And I feel like it's that Three of Wands is giving me, it may feel like a long journey sometimes. So look at this Three of Wands, this figure that's getting ready to go on his boat voyaging out to sea. That may feel like it's kind of long sometimes, this journey, but it's like appreciating this growth along the way, because it is going to be a very rewarding one in the long term here. You know, we're in an energy right now where we're not playing short, you know, the short term game. We really are thinking long term right now. So just a little something to think about there, Scorpio, but I think I'm gonna leave that there. How fascinating. I love this reading. But if anything resonated with you, Scorpio, if you like that, give it a thumbs up. And share the, Scorpio, if you know someone who's been, I don't know, it's like I feel like that we're not tapping into our potential, but that's part of the part of that growth is going to be from that, once we start balancing or learning to balance those emotions and get to understanding those things, that yeah, could really lead to some significant changes there, Scorpio. And then subscribe there, you High Priestess. Hit that bell button, get notified on all these videos each week. And then last little bit, speaking of you getting our ruler, the High Priestess, and you got the hottest ticket in the card, the Chariot, to come over to my other channel. Not that you need them, but if you have any Cancer in your placement, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Chariot and friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. Absolutely discuss Lunar shenanigans when she's hiding. Oh, and sidebar, Scorpio, if I want to say and I feel like this happens pretty often with you. The moon, I think I'm like all up in your energy right now. I want to say the moon is in Scorpio right now. She might even be, I want to say she's void of course right now. Did she, or maybe she just entered Sagittarius, but whatever, Scorpio. We're not worried about it. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you. I had a weird feeling that that was going to happen. Oh man. Well, it's fine, Scorpio. You have the Hierophant here, Taurus energy. And the Hierophant is the divine counterpart to the High Priestess. And there's been a lot of that going on here, Scorpio. There's been a lot of divine counterparts popping through. A lot of Emperor, Empress. You're the first, I think, that's gotten the High Priestess and the Hierophant, which are the strongest intuitive couples in the deck. And again, like King and Queen of Pentacles has been going around quite a bit. Aries got like the King and Queen of Swords on top of the King and Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor and the Empress. I feel like there's a lot of partnerships that are kind of coming through there, kind of finding this different group in a sense. And the Hierophant is even giving me, for some, maybe even finding a teacher possibly to get to understanding your growth there in a sense. Finding yourself a sensei there, Scorpio. And and just coming into this state of you growing into this powerful manifester. And then I feel like it's you, I feel like eventually you will go from being the student and then graduating to the teacher and then passing this stuff down as well here. But I love this too, that you got both Uranus and Jupiter in here and Taurus popped up. That's wild. And this is what I mean, these synchronicities and things and how the energies kind of line up. And because this has been a very cool reading here, Scorpio, with how, because it's one of those things you can't explain it at first, but I feel like it starts to, like, when little moments happen like that, like with that Three of Wands and with that Hierophant, because I felt that while it was. It's cool, Scorpio, and I feel like yours is just going to be off the charts. But let's get your, let me get your other oracle card here so I can get you out of here, Scorpio. Ooh, look at this, Scorpio. More synchronicities here. Because you got the Fates card here, which is the 17th card, which is the Star card. And, see, I'm just that. Look at all these stars here, Scorpio. I feel that you are getting ready to shine bright. You're getting ready to come into a very, like, a new type of phase here. I feel like the fates are trying to guide you. And it's only going to come when we start to understand these intuitive gifts that you do have, this magical power that you have at your disposal there, Scorpio, and really starting to intuit what the fates are trying to teach you, Hierophant energy, and then tapping into that potential. And because I even got this energy, it's just like you'll be seeing stars in a sense, and that might even be something too there, Scorpio. If you're in an area where you can go see some stars, even just like maybe doing some stargazing possibly, or just kind of even like maybe even going on like a little trip there, something, going to a place that doesn't have so much light pollution if that's something that's an issue. And yeah, just kind of connecting with. I'm just picturing you, Scorpio, just looking out, and there's the sky is just rich, or just clusters of galaxies and stars. This is spectacular. It's fantastic what's going on in here, Scorpio. So that is fantastic what's going on in there. But I think I'm gonna leave that there, Scorpio. So you stay safe out there, balancing these emotions, finding that confidence, growing, manifesting. You raise your vibration through the roof, because this reading just raised my vibration through the roof. I love doing your readings, Scorpio. They're always a treat. And I will catch you on the next one later.